Hello everyone. You got the demon here. We're on the Steem Fest live feed here on YouTube, and we're going to watch Aggroed talk about Steem Engine. And you will be using Steem Engine in Splinterlands for sure. So let's go check it out, his presentation there.
Am I coming through?
All right. This is Steem Fest.
So good news. The Kickstarter for Steam Monsters or Splinterlands closed. We raised $305,000. So thanks to all the participants there.
That's a lot.
Hopefully the team that I work with is helping to showcase how you can build businesses on Steam, and not just businesses that distribute Steam, but that actually earn revenue and that have business models and actually make profits. So this talk is called Steem Engine for Blocktrepreneurs, and I made it pretty long, and I'm going to move quickly as a result. So hopefully you guys can forgive me for being a little bit speedy with this. But all right, so I'm basically going to cover three different parts to this: why blockchain, why Steem, and then why Steem Engine. And that's for why should we put a business over here. So the first problem is that if you're not building on a blockchain, you are likely already using obsolete technology. In the next 10 years, just basically everything is going to switch to this because your customers want information.
This is true.
And when it's on your private database and they can't access that information, they are at a loss. And so I think consumers are going to demand this kind of transparency from the companies that they are working with. And as a result, it's going to drive businesses to being on public, transparent blockchains. So what is a blockchain? Well, it's a public, open source, transparent database. So there's lots of descriptions for this, and you can go into ledgers and things like that. People don't understand that. The most simple definition that you can use is just it's a open source database. And so I would encourage everybody in here, when you try to figure out what language to use, public open source database, and stay away from ledgers and things like that, because most people don't encounter the word ledger in their life. So what makes this thing valuable? Blockchain is important because of a couple very clutch features. The first being private keys. So if you don't own your keys, you don't own the asset. You are trusting somebody else that they will allow you to continue using that asset. Blockchains are transparent, and so you can see what's going on in them. And that's going to give consumers unprecedented levels of information to make smart decisions. They are redundant. They are not dependent on just one single organization. You can trust in this network to go continue to provide the services that you need. You don't just need that one company to survive. And lastly, it's open source, meaning that anybody, anywhere in the world can go check the code, contribute to the code, and oftentimes getting new features is cheaper as a result of this. So some people are still kind of curious what a blockchain is. It's just a way to go store information. So every single block has all the different transactions that are happening on it. On Steam, it's votes, it's Steam Splinterlands battles, it's going to be
a lot of
posts. All of that information gets stored in the blocks. And as a result, there's just a lot of different tools and applications that we can build because we're going to have common sets of data. And that data gets verified so that you can trust what's actually being on there. Whereas, if we had put Splinterlands on private servers, you wouldn't necessarily know if Matt and I were just making extra cards for ourselves. But here, when it's transparent and open, you can trust the data that's on there. You can verify the data that's on there. So there are two parts to a website, and basically any business that's gonna form, or any kind of app, it's gonna rely on these two components. You're going to have a front end, the things that you see when you type in the URL, and then you're going to have a back end, and that's a server, and it hosts all the content that appears, and it's got all the database that stores all the info. That's basically the two parts of your website that you're going to need. So when we're talking about this, like in Splinterlands, we have this marketplace.
Love those cards.
And that marketplace is the front end, what you see, but all of the images and all that data is hosted on this server. And the central question here is, how are we going to have trust when we trade? right? Because this ultimately commerce is really about trading goods and services back and forth. And so in this picture, you have these two gents that are standing there and they're able to go transfer the good, and they know at the same time that they're going to transfer it. But that's a lot harder when you're online, because you need to trust that when I choose to transact with you, I'm going to get the product that you tell me you're going to give me. And it's that trust that is the essential part of all of this. So one question would be, this is a Black Lotus. A Black Lotus is a card from the card game Magic the Gathering. And last time I checked, that card was worth about $80,000. And the question would be, would you ever loan that card to somebody else to play? And my answer would be, no way in hell. Because I wouldn't trust that it would come back to me. I couldn't trust that they wouldn't just steal it, or that it wouldn't come back kind of ruined. And so that kind of causes this fundamental problem of trust. How do we do transactions, especially with the internet? How can we go do these kind of trust falls with our money with people all over the world? And that's the quintessential question of all of this blockchain stuff to me, and all of this business is, how do we enforce that things go through? And in the normal process, you kind of have a couple different ways. You either have governments and laws, and or maybe you have loan sharks. Either way that works, the key detail there is that they are relying on threat of force to make sure that you're compliant. And that's kind of extreme, right? Like I'd rather have something that isn't backed by the end of the gun, forcing that my transaction with you goes through. And so again, I just want to stress, this is the screen of where you try to transfer cards from one player to another.
That's where you give cards.
How do I get my card to go from me to you, and do that in such a way that I know that it's going to get there? And if we want this to be for money, how do I know that if I give you my card, you're going to give me that money? And it's really all about trying to figure out that handshake. How do we make that agreement happen? And you have two different options. Your first option is that you trust a corporate board or a government board to run centralized servers for you, or you're trusting any Yahoo on the planet that's running a server. And while you might be inclined to think, well, the internet's full of idiots, I can't trust them, the reality is that these centralized servers have shown us over and over and over again that they are willing to do anything that they want at your expense. So here we see Blitz Chung talking. He says, liberate Hong Kong. Blizzard goes and takes away all of his prizes. They kick him off the tournament tour because they don't want him to have free speech, so they literally remove his prizes. The next image up there, that's Cyprus. So in Cyprus, they actually took money out of everybody's bank accounts. They called it a haircut, but if you had more than $100,000 in there, they took something like 40% of it. The bank just reached in and took people's money. That's because you don't own the money in the banks, guys. If you don't own the keys, you don't own the asset. I'm here today because Facebook is kicking me off of the platform. And that's because I thought that I was going to own that social media account. You don't. As long as you were trusting somebody else.
Oh, his mic. There we go. Sounds like his mic is a little.
Two examples of what a smart contract would be is that with the CryptoKitties example, it can mint new kitties, or it might transfer those kitties back and forth. And this, to me, I think of this approach as being a bit of a Rube Goldberg device, that doing everything in a smart contract where you're asking every single part of the ecosystem to verify every single transaction for every single app doesn't feel super elegant to me. And I know that that's pretty heretical for a lot of people that are in the blockchain space, but this is my view and why I steered away, or why I'm not like gung-ho about trying to build my entire business on the Ethereum blockchain. And lastly,
Ethereum blockchain sucks.
Contract developers are relatively expensive and hard to find. And so that's my little unicorn here. It's expensive and it's slow. And so for a variety of reasons, I haven't found that those options work out really well. And so with, I guess I need a better conclusion slide for why Steem, but I think Steem solves those problems by keeping it on the layer 2 solution, by just having all the data be on the blockchain so that we can trust what's happening there. That to me has been able to go build this business. We don't need every single computer everywhere, tracking every single card. You just need to verify. And that's something that Andrarchy had been saying for years, and I didn't really get it. But after having been building in this ecosystem for a while, you don't need every single contract executed on the base layer or even like a first layer. You just need to trust and be able to verify where that data is coming from. So we have these two projects. So steem-engine and Splinterlands are doing this approach. And the way that we do this is we leave custom JSONs on the blockchain. And these custom JSONs are kind of like leaving Post-it notes on the blockchain. So I'm just leaving a note that says, transfer, my card to Yabamat and give that to him. And then my node will come along and find that Post-it note and say, okay, I'll transfer it. So we're not asking everybody on the blockchain to execute every single part of this if-then statement. We're just asking them to keep track of the data. And so that gets back to Ronald Reagan's thought of trust but verify. And that's...
I'm going to put a link to this and let you guys watch
better trading.
the whole thing here in the post.
We're working on NFTs. So a non-fungible token. If I give you a Steem, you don't ask me which one. If I give you a Splinterlands card, you say, oh, which one? Because they're all different. And it's exciting to you that you might get a legendary, and it might be level 4, and it might be from the Splinter you need. So each one of those different tokens is different. And that's what we're bringing to Steem Engine, which I think will unlock a lot of different apps. Whether it's the financial thing of, I want to go register my car or a mortgage. Or it could be gaming, where I'm going to go put my sword or my lightning bolt. It's going to live on the blockchain. So better trading, NFT creation, and then we're adding opt-in KYC and accreditation. So what that's going to allow for is we want to do money transmission. And money transmission is really simple to do technically, and it is very challenging to do legally. Because governments and big companies, basically American Express and Western Union, have written laws that are very anti-competitive. And so they have made it very challenging. The states have picked this up too. So we're going to comply because we want people to be able to buy Steem with dollars. We want people to buy miners and tokens and whatever else people want to trade here with US dollars. That's going to grease this entire economy. So we're working on that. It starts by having KYC. But unlike everybody else that's out here that's going to mandate KYC, we're planning on sticking with this being an opt-in. So if you want to do money transmission, great, we can facilitate that. And if you don't, I really respect your privacy, and it's not my goal to force you into it. But we also want to see securities launching here, securities trading here. So that if I take Steem Engine public, or even just semi-public with a restricted security, or Splinterlands, as we do these trading, we want this to be a platform where you can come and launch your token, launch your business, and trade that with your peers all around the world. And then the last thing that we're building right now is a peer-to-peer layer. And I don't have slides for that. We're just trying to make it more decentralized so that it's less reliant on just the Steem Engine team keeping this thing alive. So this is what our new DEX is going to look like.
Oh, wow, look at that.
It's live now, and I think it still needs a couple more tweaks. I was really hoping to have this be
That looks totally different.
And we're not quite there, but yeah, you can see what this thing looks like. I think it looks a little bit more professional. You can see candlesticks. Every single trader on the planet has this at least twice for candlesticks. So they're here, it exists, and I think it's just a more modern format for what trading looks like. So I'm not quite ready to roll this out just yet, but hopefully in the next week or two,
That looks
actually
amazing.
get this live on the site, and this is what you'll be using to go trade tokens. We're building NFTs, so NFTs are already under construction. So when you're asking about what makes this thing an NFT, here you can see these are IDs. Each one of these cards has an independent
all these are
ID.
ID. Yeah.
Each card, even though they're all this ruler of the sea, each one of them is different. And they might be different because of what level they are. I don't know. We'll keep adding other reasons why they'll be different, but every single card that we generate is different. It has a unique ID. So this is our sort of like list of progress. So we have kind of just two last pieces in this first. We have three different.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you all finish
and
this.
we're nearly.
But that looks incredible. I'll put the link here to this post, and that the Steem engine new interface. That thing looks incredible. I think I passed it. There we go. Huh? There we go.
But yeah, you can
That's
see what
awesome
this thing
looking.
looks like. I think it looks
Look
a
at
little
that.
bit more professional. You
That's
can
so
see
cool.
candlesticks.
That's gonna
Every
look
single
awesome.
trader on the planet has this at least.
So you will need to. I will put the link to this post here, and you could go back and search it. But let's go on over to Steem Engine real quick. And check out their. This is what the old one looks like right here. So the new one looks totally different. It looks amazing. I can't wait. I'm so excited to see what that's going to be looking like. Alright, well this is what it looks like now, and what you'll do is now you can go, and if you're into Splinterlands, you're going to go, for example, you'll go here on your DEC where you get DEC, and you can transfer it to Steem Engine. Let's say we put in 5,000 DEC to Steem Engine. You're going to transfer it out. That means it'll go into your Steem Engine account, and it happens right away. There we go. It's in there now. Go to wallet, and where is the DEC? Here we go. That's it. You can go to your rewards here and click on claim as well for when you post on the Steem blockchain. You will put, like if you put Steem Leo, then you get Leo, and you click on claim to claim it. SPT, you claim it. That's a popular Splinterland category to use. Steem Engine is awesome. So, alright, here's our dark energy crystals. We just transferred it. We have 5,000 here now. So what you can do is you can go to the market. If you want to sell it, you can sell it. If you want to buy it here, you can buy it. There's also tokens such as beta packs. Let's go check out beta packs on the Steem Engine, and then we're going to open one. And then I will let beta. No, it's just beta. Okay, so it shows you here it's $2.36. That's pretty cheap. It was $2.41 the other day. If you want to buy some, you'll just put in. Well, I changed all mine to DEC now. But you would put in, if you want to transfer, you'll go to deposit right here and deposit Steem. Click on deposit Steem. That's my Steem keychain. I say yes, and now we can go buy a beta pack with that. So go back to tokens, and let's see, Steem, it's, you go by the asking price right here. Lowest ask 16.995. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And let's see. I think we can get 5. 5. We get 5 packs for 84 Steem. I'm going to click on buy. And OK. Now we can take those beta packs on here on Steem Engine and we can send them into our account very easily. All you have to do is we're going to go to our wallet here on Steem Engine and we're going to go to send them to Steam Monsters and they will be sent right to you. Make sure you spell it correctly. You don't want any mistakes happening and getting sent to the wrong place. And let's see, let's refresh here. Oh, we got 5. Yep, I just saw it. 5. Let's go open up a pack real quick. And that's how awesome Steem Engine is. You can buy beta packs, you can buy alpha packs, you can bring them on over here, you can hodl them. I do have some potions here. These are sold out, so that's awesome to open some beta packs. And that's how you do it. So I will see you all next time.